Good morning, LBHT crew. Good morning, Rogue Nation. Good morning, good friends. What is going on? Ferris is still he's hurting. He is hurting right now. He hasn't slept in 2 days. All right. I wasn't even sure he was gonna do the show, but he is here to celebrate his New York Knicks. Congratulations to the Knicks. First time in 53 years winning a title. They win it in very impressive fashion. Great run by them. Congratulations to them. Jalen Brunson, the MVP, of course, well deserved. He had an amazing. You don't think he deserved it? I mean,
he did, man. Yeah, he did, man.
He made a case. I can say that, but your boy OG.
I mean, OG had the saving moment of the series. But
moments.
Not the last game. You can't be a serious MVP when you don't show up every game. Jalen Brunson showed up every game. He did. You know.
So there was a stat where it was Jalen Brunson had 45 points. Mm-hmm. The rest of the team had 49. That man, there was a point in the game where we're down, and he rattled off 12 straight points by himself for us to take a 4-point lead. He walked those team down, bro. He walked them down. He broke them. There was a tweet, man. There's a tweet that said, forget your spreadsheets, forget your analytics, forget your numbers and your percentages. Basketball is about who's a B word and who isn't. And that's what this series was. Because every game, we were down double digits at one point. And I remember the game when we were down 29. I said to myself as we in the third quarter, I said, if we're down 15 entering the fourth, it's over. We're going to win this game. If we're down 15 entering the fourth, we're going to win this game. We were down exactly 15 points when the fourth quarter started, because what we did to Cleveland was more impressive, because Cleveland, they were up 22 with 6:32 left in the fourth quarter. We were down 29 at half. So if we could come back down 22 with 6 minutes left, down 29 with 2 quarters left, come on, son. That's nothing, man. That's nothing.
Hey, they did it. They did it. Let me get some morning shout outs here. Grand Rising to Carmelo Moody. Salute, showing love on both channels. Appreciate that. It is what it is. Showing love on both channels. Salute.
That's good.
We got Kabashi in the house. Good morning, everyone. Grateful to be starting the shift the right way with the boys. Yes. Appreciate that. Corey Hunt showing love on both channels. Appreciate that. Thank you. Michael Akins, salute to you. Good morning. We got Ellis in the house. What up, Ellis?
Good
morning, family.
What up?
Training camp. Yes, 6 weeks. 6 weeks. And that's gonna go by quick.
It is.
You know what I mean?
But the news ain't.
You know what? We've been doing this for a while, and something always pops up. Always pops up, and we have some ideas of entertaining y'all coming up here soon. So, enjoy the calmness, enjoy it, and listen. Speaking of, there's a World Cup going on. Okay, it's the biggest sport in the world. Mm-hmm. All right, we talked about it on Wednesday's show. Put out, I clipped that, put out a little video on that. Listen, that's a reference video for y'all that want to get into the World Cup. But today's newsletter question is, are you going to be watching the World Cup? Are you watching the World Cup? Yes or no? Very simple. Okay. Be a well-rounded sports person and catch some of it. It's an exciting sport. USA beat down Paraguay the other day. All right. That's big for the US, because the US, they're usually out early in these things. Okay.
If you want some companions on this journey during the World Cup, go to Let's Get Ready Network, Good Friends, Better Rivals. We're doing live streams and watch-alongs for all the games. We got some today. We got some tomorrow. Got some during the week. We're there all World Cup Shout out to the homie Osmond who's been showing up for a couple of them. I saw Nigerian Nightmare was there. Sorry that Nigeria is not in the World Cup. Nigerian Nightmare, I apologize, but Super Eagles are gonna come back strong in a couple of years. So it's been a great, man. It was a great games today. Sweden had a great performance. Ecuador and Ivory Coast were pretty good. So it's been some good games. No bad games. No bad games so far. No bad games so far.
So make sure check that out. Go to
the only bad games in sports going on right now is from the Spurs fans' perspective, and during that NBA Finals when they couldn't hold on a lead because they're a team full of suckers.
It's your time to celebrate. Go check it. Go check out the newsletter, LBHTShow.com. The newsletter comes out today at noon. All right, it's free. So go over there, scroll down to the bottom, put your email address in there, and you'll be signed up for the newsletter. All right, and then you can vote on the poll. We're actually going to announce the results of 2 polls because we didn't announce the results last week. So, you still got time to vote on both polls. All right, what you laughing at, Hendo?
You'll see it. You'll get to it.
Okay. All right. Let me go through here. Get these good boy shout outs. SB Cam, good morning. Marlon Day, showing love on both channels. Salute. We got Devin Janelle, Konnichiwa. We got Just Aloe. Good morning. Good morning. Dr. Kush showing love on both channels. Appreciate you. God's favorite showing love on both channels. Thank you. Look, Nigerian Nightmare right there. Grand Rising. Salute. Showing love on both channels. Reese showing love on both channels. Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. Samuel Banks. Yes, showing love on both channels. Salute. Wayne Drummond showing love on both channels.
Appreciate it.
Yes. DDSQ. Salute.
Morning, bro.
I be saying salute.
What's up?
As we can showing love on both channels.
What's up?
Imani showing love on both channels. And look who's here. Yolanda. Long time no see. Why, hello. Good morning. Glad to see you. Hit us up. I haven't talked to her in she's like a year.
Forever.
You know what? Yolanda's like, no football. Don't talk to me. All right. I'll see you when the football season starts. All right. I get it. Some people are like that. Like, I disappeared during the off season. And this is the time to take off and relax anyway. You know?
Recharge.
Rainmaker.
Good morning.
Thank you. Showing love on both channels. Appreciate that. SB Camp says, happy for you, Ferris. There you go. Give me you Ferris, raw and uncut. Good. Go Knicks. Okay.
You ain't ready for that. Too early.
Yeah. Reg T salute says 2026-27 Super Bowl chance, Baltimore Ravens.
Let's go.
That's the hope. Michael Aikens showing love on both channels. Appreciate you. Sheree, good morning.
Hey, Sheree.
Let's see who else we get. Stu Wop, salute. Showing love on both channels. Appreciate that. Neuropsych Sports is in here. Salute.
Hey man, you want to know who's a bunch of stew? Those Spurs players who couldn't hold that lead because we was cooking them all night, low and slow. You know what I mean? Low and slow. I continue, my dog.
Imani says, why Bateman in New York modeling, but not on the field at minicamp? I didn't know that, but if you have personal things going on and you're being a family man and you're taking care of the kids, but you got time to go model in New York.
Facts.
That kind, you know what I'm saying? Kev T, good morning. Praveen, good morning. Is Ferris going to the Knicks parade on Thursday?
Man.
Let me tell y'all something about Ferris, man. Let me tell you something about Ferris. Ferris is Mr. New York. That's not from New York.
Or the East Coast.
Or the East Coast.
Hey man, for the record, I never told y'all I was from New York. I never ever played y'all. Y'all never asked. Y'all assumed. Y'all never asked. And then when y'all asked where I was from, I told y'all the truth. I said I'm from Berkeley, California, baby.
Yeah,
shout out to Ty Riggs for the super chat this morning. Congrats, Ferris. Now I hate y'all again.
Hey man, it's all right, Ty, bro. You got 3 titles, man. Let us have this one.
Okay. Hey Ferris, how many bodegas are in California?
We call them corner stores here.
No. How many bodegas?
Nah, man, I don't know. I don't know.
What you call
Zero.
You call your store a bodega though?
No, I call mine a corner store. I've always called mine a corner store because we's on the corner. No, we's on the corner. No, I didn't. Y'all called it a bodega. I always said I'm at the store or the corner store.
He says we all the time.
Right. Don't he?
You know,
because I'm talking about my team. I'm talking about my team. We.
He says he's a fan of all New York things.
Everything New York.
Yeah.
And just recently went to New York for the first time. Recently.
Yeah. It was beautiful. Yo, man, it was beautiful. Hey, man, I got off of the train, so I was walking under Penn Station. I walked up them stairs into Penn Station, and I was underneath Penn Station. I was like, man, I couldn't get played as a tourist, right? So I just kept walking because if you don't, because the rule is if you see somebody look up, that's how they're a tourist. So I just kept it straight, homie. Try to blend it in.
Well,
I think I blend in pretty well.
Do you get shunned from the city if you're a tourist?
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's what I was told. I don't know.
You can
hey man, for the record, man, don't go to the Empire State Building. Don't do that. Man, it was like $100, $100 to go up on that building.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, go up and go around it. Like, you know, I mean, I love architecture and I love history, man. But $100, come on, son. Come on, man. What are they doing here?
Only people that own sports teams can do that.
I can't do that.
Good morning. Co-Air Media, good morning. It says, happy Monday, fellas. I'm not watching the World Cup just like I didn't watch that USC debacle yesterday. We're going to get into the USC thing.
I watched it.
You should watch the World Cup. Watch a little bit. I mean, listen, the World Cup has been a disaster, too. Getting it off the ground here in the U.S. The USC thing, yeah, I refuse to watch that. I hear you on that, Co-Air. But check out some World Cup. Kwame Salute says Ghana, Ivory Coast holding it down. Facts.
Well, Ghana's not there. Oh wait, Ghana is there. Yeah. They haven't played yet.
Yeah. Ash Marie, good morning. Let's see. That 7-1 game was pretty bad. It was.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, but it was more about lack of talent than lack of trying. Curacao really they fought. It's just they just didn't. They don't have. Yeah.
I be saying, says Jose, you looking good in that O's orange, or is that Knicks orange?
That's Dre orange.
Yes,
that's Dre orange.
Good to be seen. Go get you a shirt. Good to be seen. That's our guy, Mr. Galloway. Okay, that's his merch. Yes, I got some orange on. I was actually wearing orange yesterday. That's my that's my lady's favorite color.
You know what? April, it's a great woman. Great woman. Orange is a great color. April, you're absolutely correct. Orange is amazing. Yeah, I mean,
except when it comes to the Orioles.
And man, you want to know who's wearing orange? The New York Knicks when they was whooping that Spurs ass last night. Well, pang. Oh, sorry.
Hey, first, listen. Hey, we gonna let Knicks fans cook, man. Like it's been 53 years. This is their time. This is their time. But look, I'm gonna get into that in a second. But like, if you're a Spurs fan, like it's disappointing, sure, but they're gonna have plenty of runs. Okay, like the Knicks, this is their time to get to this is their window. Let me put it that way. This is their window. Yeah. Because probably in a couple of years,
everybody's old.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But Jose,
basketball's a grown man's game anyway, right? It's a grown man's game. A young player, like for Victor Wembanyama to make it in his third season, that's not a failure. The rest of Stephon Castle is in the second. Like Stephon Castle in the second year. I think Harper's in the second year. You know what I'm saying?
First,
like the first year. The only veteran on the team was De'Aaron Fox, and you see what we know that it was De'Aaron Fox, right? They brought him in to be a veteran, and he played worse than the young kids. And so, if you're a Spurs fan, like, listen, you're gonna have plenty of runs at that title. That's nothing to worry about.
Maybe they get a new coach.
Hey man, you know what team said they were gonna be back next year? They never went back. The 1995 Orlando Magic. Guess what happened to them? It all dissolved after Nick Anderson missed that free throw.
Yeah, everybody
luck.
Left.
Yeah. Shaq left.
You think Wembanyama's gonna leave?
All right.
Nah, he won't leave.
Okay, okay, that changes things, right?
Hey man, it don't, man. What, man? Wembenyama, mama, Obi mama, baby mama, who the got a drama? It don't matter, man. Knicks always. You know what I mean? Can't wait for 2028. Can't wait for 2028 when we beat the French again.
Okay.
You know what I mean? USA.
Let's see. Who had 100% attendance? I missed that. Are you talking about the fight last night?
No, I was talking about the Ravens had 100% attendance last night.
They didn't practice, but
yeah,
it was 100% attendance.
Oh, you talking for Bateman being there?
Yeah, he was watching.
Oh yeah, he didn't practice. I think they said that but that's what they said. They said that he was dealing with some personal thing or whatever. Yeah. Which means, listen, y'all, Bateman's gone. I just had that feeling that Bateman's not going to be on the team. You know, like
the way he moving.
Yeah, yeah. It's just a feeling. I don't have anything back to that. It's just a feeling. I feel like
writing's on the wall.
He don't really want to be there. He don't feel like he have opportunity, and they're just like, look, man, we not starting out like this. Like you either gonna show up, or we can go ahead and move you. We got other plans. So
and the contract, yeah, and the contract's easily movable, right? Because it wasn't that big of a extension, right? Yeah, so yeah, they can cut him and save some money, or they can trade him and save some money. They'll probably trade him because if they cut him, they're gonna still have some dead cap. But if they trade him, they can get like a fifth. Yeah, you know, and be like, but no dead cap, you know.
Yeah, package him with something. Yeah. What up, Zeke? Salute.
I mean, the Cowboys wanted him last year, so
yeah,
maybe they still want him.
Keto Laura, Baltimore. Good morning. We got another super chat from Ty. Appreciate you, Ty. Says found out Balogun lived in the U.S. for a month. He's a Brit. Makes sense why he was cooking. I'm not a soccer guy because the flops be too crazy. They actually started cutting down on flops now, right? If you know, like I noticed that in that game where you flop, they'll review it and they be like, nope, no card. You know, so they're trying to clean up that in soccer, which I like.
Well, they need to take that to the WNBA with Caitlin Clark.
Oh yeah, well, you know, Caitlin, she not getting the same love like that she was getting last year. That's kind of, you know, you know.
So I just
the shine is kind of worn off from her a little bit.
Right. I just want to know where those people who talk about Angel Reese's field goal percentage shooting better than Caitlin Clark.
Man, they always talk about it.
Okay. That's his connection. He'll be back. Ferris will be back, y'all. Everything's fine. There he goes.
Okay.
There you go.
I said they always talk about a field goal percentage when she has a bad game, but when she has like a 20-20 game and she shoots 10 for 13, no one talks about it, man. It's whatever, man. Like I'm done listening to those people, man. They don't know what the hell they talk about. And speaking of flopping in soccer, that happened in the U.S. game. Dude dove. They gave a penalty. Ref on the phone said, "Hey, dog, I think he dove. Come check the monitor." Ref goes and checks the monitor, comes back out and says, "You dove. No penalty. Yellow card on you." And the guy's like, "What?" Yeah, so they're stopping that, man. It's good, man.
Basketball would benefit for that. Basketball's supposed to have that rule. You're not supposed to flop. You're supposed to get called for that. But yes, that's a good way to get to get that out the sport. Queendom come. Good morning.
Morning.
Says good riddance. I know what you're talking about. She's talking about Bateman. She can't stand
Oh, man.
Balogun was born in New York and at 1 month old, his parents moved to the UK and he was there ever since. Boy, that man British. Yeah. But hey, you get him.
Yeah, his mom visited her brother in New York while she was pregnant, and she was gonna leave right away. But her doctor was said, "Hey, you can't leave. That's dangerous." So he when they interviewed him, he said, "Hey man, I think it was a sign from God that they forced my mom to stay in America for one more week. Because if that never happened, I don't wear this jersey. I don't represent this country. I don't feel wanted. I'm where I'm supposed to be. Because being where people want you and cherish you is where you always want to strive to be. You don't want to be somewhere where some people tolerate you. You want to be with people who want you. And the U.S. fans, they did their secret meetings. It was a secret meeting, right? He flew to Orlando to do a secret meeting with the top brass. He takes a photo, posts it on Instagram. Just kind of like me and my homies. They're sitting in front of a car, but a U.S. fan saw this little logo on a store. Said, "What's that logo?" Zoomed in, researched, found out he was in Orlando, and man, they said what's up to him. They gave him gifts. They flags, and they were like, "We want you, dude. We want you. We want you here. We want you to be a part of us." And he was like, I got to. It's a sign. I was like, "Yeah, man. That's why he's here."
Hey, Bucko Beezy, thank you for the super chat. Says, "Why there are only fans of Caitlin Clark because she's white." Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, Caitlin Clark, like the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese thing, it was always a racial thing to it, right? And the people hyping up. Listen, Caitlin Clark is a good player, right? But they're both equally good, and the ones that are trying to pick one over the other, and the all the ridiculousness that RG3 was saying, Caitlin Clark's projecting to be great and Angel Reese is projecting to be all right. That's all racially motivated. From the person that deems himself the milkman, and it's like we knew that real basketball fans, after a while, all that chatter will die down because of people that it's a Tim Tebow effect. It's the same people that hyping up Tim Tebow. They're not actual football fans, right? They're people with an agenda. They're gonna say that agenda for a little bit, and then once that shine wears off, they'll go back to not watching football. It's the same thing with Caitlin Clark. Caitlin, we expect young players to struggle in the league. Like the WNBA is a vicious league, yo. Like you can be good and not make a team. Okay? That's how competitive it is. Like it is truly the best of the best, and just hanging on is a sign of how good you are. But nobody just walks in there and just dominates. It does not work that way. Right. So
Jose Hendo, look at the expansion teams these last 2 years. They're not bad teams because they're getting talent that's actually good. They just didn't have a place to play. Now they could play in Golden State, Toronto, Portland. That's 12, 14, 28, 8. That's 32, 34 more jobs for 32 for more women who are damn good at basketball who couldn't make the other rosters because the rosters had to be cut down. So, and then guess what? We're going to have another expansion team in a couple years. It's going to be the talent is going to start spreading out, and it's going to be more parity. Not a lot of teams are going to have 4 first-round picks on their teams. New York, Las Vegas.
Whoa, don't say it like that.
I'm not. They did a great job. They did a great job. I also point out New York as well. But talent's going to be spread out, and it's going to be wonderful to see.
Yeah, because that's the only league I've ever seen where you could be a first-round pick today, and next month you're cut.
Right.
So yeah.
So like the people that are hyping up Caitlin Clark, like she's the next coming to Jordan. That's always a joke. All right. She's popular. Did she bring some eyes to the sport? Yeah, but I mean, like I said, they both did. You could say Caitlin Clark brought more eyes to the sport. Okay, I mean, yeah, she might have brought more eyes, but how many of those eyes are staying there to actually watch basketball, right? Right. They came to watch a spectacle, and the real fans, look, the sport was already growing. It's still growing. That's why they're expanding the league. So I mean,
she's gasoline on the fire.
Yeah, for sure. But women's basketball is a good spot right now.
Team
Raimi showing love on both channels. What's up, Ferris?
Now I want to point out Ty Riggs and Kwame. They're talking about Flo Balogun. He wasn't going to make the England squad. Back to the soccer real quick. Yes, he was. He was their under 21 starting striker. He was under 21 player of the year in England. He was going to be the striker underneath Harry Kane. It's just that, England, they were going to be like, you're going to be a part of the under 21 squad. And then we have a pathway for you to be the senior squad. US straight up told him, you'll join the senior squad straight up. So he was gonna make the England squad. It was a foregone conclusion because of the path they already set him in. He just chose to be with us. So I gotta say, man, America.
Coach is here. Good morning, Coach. Salute. Tanja is here. Good morning, Tanja. Good morning, fellas. Liking both channels.
Appreciate
that. Yeah. God's Favorite says it was never about race with Caitlin Clark and Reese with me. I hated it. Turned to that because I actually rock with Caitlin Clark. Yeah, she's a good player, but only because she's the closest I've seen a player shoot semi like Steph Curry. Yeah,
in college.
Yeah, and listen, she might. I mean, she has. I mean, look, it's a different level. She might be able to become that in WNBA, but even Steph didn't come out the gate in NBA and shoot like Steph, right? Like there's a learning curve. I always say in the NBA, it's a grown man's game. WNBA, it's a grown woman's game. Kids don't win.
Most definitely.
So Caitlin Clark can still become that, and you just got to stick with it and watch the games. That's all.
She looks small. I feel like she hasn't put on enough weight to handle the physicality yet. She still looks like she could put on more muscle, and she needs. I don't really see her going left a lot. You know what I mean? I need, she has one move where it's dribble, pull, step back three. And, she's a tremendous passer of the ball. I quite enjoy her game. I feel like, the physicality has gotten to her, and she needs to be a little bit more in the gym. She needs to be on a proper, weight program to help her survive, because I don't think she's there physically still.
Yeah. I mean, she'll get there. Emma, good morning. Salute to you. Stretch, what up?
Good morning.
Slim showing love on both channels. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Look, we got 142 people watching.
Nice.
Appreciate y'all, man. Hit that like button. If you're new in here, hit the subscribe button on all 3 channels. All right, we're streaming live on Lunch Break, Hot Take, and the Road Pod. Also check out Ferris on Good Friends, Better Rivals. All right. Yeah, look, the Bateman thing, man. I don't know. I don't know. Like, if we're being honest, and I know that's a hot topic this offseason is Rashad Bateman. If we're being honest, is he really a big part of our plans?
No.
Like, if he contributes, cool. Like, I'm gonna be cheering for him. Obviously, I don't have anything personal against Rashad Bateman. If he plays well, that's great. If he doesn't play well, are we going to be sitting here saying, man, so disappointed in him, man, we thought he was going to do better, what happened? Or are you going to be like, all right, man, whatever?
But Jose, where are we going to get 230 yards and 2 touchdowns from? Where are we going to find that at?
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying when we talk about expectations, right? Mm-hmm. If we trade for Justin Jefferson, we expect well over 1,000 yards, right? We expect 1,300 yards, double-digit touchdowns. And if it doesn't, then we're gonna say, if he doesn't do that, we're gonna say something. Right. Zay Flowers, we expect over 1,000 yards from Zay Flowers again. If he doesn't do that, we're gonna say, he fell back a little bit, especially when we're looking to pay him.
Right.
What are we expecting from Rashad Bateman? Right.
Hey man, Rashad Bateman isn't good enough to prevent you guys from upgrading that position, right? Like, like the New York Giants, same thing with that receiver room, same thing with some of those offensive linemen. They're not good enough to stop you from upgrading. You know what I mean? Like we're not talking, like I said, we're not talking Jamar Chase here. We're not talking Justin Jefferson here. Puka Nacua, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Garrett Wilson. We ain't talking about none of them. Drake London. He's not good enough to prevent you from dealing with his malcontentness or his 200 yards or his talent level, right? You know, if you're going to produce 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns, teams will, deal with malcontentness unless you're an egomaniac like John Gruden, who decided to trade Amari Cooper because he didn't like the way he walked around the locker room. But most head coaches who are good head coaches, they'll deal with it. They'll find a way to deal with it. 200 yards and a touchdown does not stop you from losing your job. That gets you cut on most teams. That gets you cut. That doesn't get you an extension on most teams. The Baltimore Ravens aren't most teams. But yeah,
well,
he's not long.
This is a different team.
It's a different coaching staff.
Right.
I feel you on that one, but we saw what happened with Dennis Pitta. That man dislocated his hip, and they said, "Here's some new money."
Yeah, but again, that was under Harbaugh. Harbaugh likes his guys.
I mean, I get it. It was under Ozzie, but
it was under Ozzie.
Same philosophy. And for what I've seen, it depends on like the Marlon Humphrey situation. Whether you like Marlon or not, he's an EDC guy. That's why EDC was like that $26 million cap hit. We ain't touching it. We're gonna let him play out. We're gonna let things go on because he really rocks with Marlon.
Yeah.
So I think that those relationships mean a lot more to EDC than does the construction of this team.
Yeah, I think look, the way they operate, the owner obviously, I think he has he has more of a say in some of these moves than they're put out there publicly. Mm-hmm. I always felt like Marlo was a Steve Bisciotti guy, right? Marlon Humphrey, I think is here's my take on Marlon Humphrey. Mm-hmm. I think Marlon Humphrey is going to finish out his career as a Raven and turn right around and work for the Ravens in some capacity, whether it's as a coach or a media, because he does a podcast. He's had Bisciotti on his podcast. Mm-hmm. He's had EDC on his podcast, right? He might go right into media or coaching or front office, something like that. But he is a lifelong Raven. So they're looking just to take care of him, because they're like, hey, we're going to continue this relationship after your career. That's my feeling.
Call it, man, rebate man. See, there y'all go with them nicknames.
See, we don't make these up, man. Corey, good morning. Showing love on both channels. FDT Sports, salute. Appreciate
That's cold-blooded, man.
Let's see. Corey says not to open an old wound, but did y'all see James Prochet was working out for the Eagles last week? And man, I'm happy for him.
I hope so.
Because it's been how many years now he's been in the league? He came in 2020 or 2019?
No,
2020, I think he came.
7 years? 6 years?
As a PQ. Most players don't last that long in the league.
Right.
So I mean, you can say what you want, make the little jokes about Prochet. He's getting the check, and he's a veteran. And Hendo disappeared.
I thought that was me.
No. But that's not easy to do. So salute to him. And he's still getting phone calls for sure. I'm gonna bring Hendo down for a second. Let's see. He needed to change the scenery. Yeah. That damn dub salute says Lamar walking the streets of New York and getting more love than goofball ever will is so damn satisfying. He has to be punching the air. Listen, man. You have to win. You have to do something in New York. All right, you have to do something in New York to just get love. Like Lamar is. I mean, look, he hasn't won a Super Bowl, but everybody knows Lamar's resume. You know what I'm saying? Lamar didn't just get cut. John Harbaugh's the one that got fired, right? And Harbaugh goes to his next team, and there's already off-season drama that has to be addressed, and he's not really doing much to alleviate that drama. You know what I mean? So yeah, they're looking at him funny right now.
Especially coaches, man. Coaches in New York, man. You don't win, they'll eviscerate you. Like Tom Thibodeau resurrected the Knicks franchise. You know, they were down in the dumps, multiple 50-win seasons. The media still wasn't like, okay, where's the title?
Yeah, you got
Okay,
been there before. You
like
got to do something.
exactly. Like we don't care. He gets fired. We're like, all right, he got fired. Of course, it was the right decision. He got fired. Mike Brown, when he got hired, everyone was like, "Your season, it's finals or bust, dude. This was an Eastern Conference team. You are supposed to be the thing that makes them to the finals. You don't get to the finals. They were gonna rip Mike Brown apart if he didn't make the finals.
Listen, y'all didn't rock with Mike Brown.
I
seen I
did.
seen the comments. I seen how people talked about him. They did not think he's going to go further than Thibodeau.
Right.
You know, they thought because they think Thibodeau's a better coach, which he isn't.
I never did.
Money Mike salute says Bateman. No, he gone. That's why he's going to fashion shows over minicamp.
Gotta get that second career started.
Hey, look, he still got some time on his contract, man. Go out there and play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you know what? I be saying makes a good point. Bateman performing up to his janky contract and nothing more. He signed it though.
Yeah, twice.
You are getting what you paid for though.
Twice.
Yeah. But Kwame did point out that it was coming off a 9-touchdown season.
Mm-hmm.
I think he signed that contract because he knew the market. He wasn't going to get anything because they're like
he disagree.
He knew,
bro.
I disagree. No. Listen.
Then he's an idiot. Then
you hit free agency. I guarantee he'd have made more money than that. I guarantee it.
Okay, so he didn't believe in himself then.
Probably because he had an injury history early on in his career, and just like Scottie Pippen with the Bulls, he just signed a contract because he's like, yo, I got to take care of a lot of people, and I can't afford to miss out on this money. So he signed the first deal that came up to him, which was horrible, $5 million a season for supposedly a semi wide receiver 1B.
No. Hey man, Christian Kirk got a bunch of money, and he was always hurt in Arizona,
bruh. That's what we
did. I don't know whoever was advising him, if it was him, the open market, man, he should have just tried it out because that $5 million contract would still be there, if nothing was there. So yeah, man. I just feel now I feel sorry. I generally feel sorry for him.
Well, Flex Zone says straight from America 250 last night. Good morning, fellas. Yeah, that UFC thing. Listen, that's a extremely bad look for America. Like if you're not paying attention at all, if you're not paying attention, I mean, having a fight event on the White House lawn that is sponsored by the president's True Social company, the president also has stock in TKO, which owns UFC. It's all just extremely, extremely dirty. I didn't watch any of it, but I heard some of the things that were said. You had one of the fighters after the match calling Michelle Obama a man, and all the racist tropes, right. That they're letting fly on the White House, in an official capacity. Mm-hmm. It's just disgusting, which is why I checked out USC a while back because we used to cover USC on this channel. You still see old USC videos on here, and we used to be up late, 1-2 o'clock in the morning, post fight, talking about these fights. But it's just I can't support that. Right, like I can't support that. What I'm saying, if you watch it still because you just like watching good fights, whatever, that's your business. But when people try to say, oh, we don't want to put politics in sports, politics is all in UFC. They throw it in your face. They tell you at every turn, this is for extreme right wingers and racists and bigots, and it's not for anybody else. Right. That's the message they want to get across. And and look, and shout out to Stephen A. Smith. And I say shout out, no real shout out. He just continues to prove himself to be a complete complete ass clown and a bootlicker. Right. This man out here praising the event, they did a good job putting it on, shining out Dana White and all this stuff, and it looks good and all that stuff. The president just called you low IQ in front of everybody. He just called you that, and you can't wait to lick his boots. This is why I don't respect him. I tell you, there's a lot of people in this industry that I don't necessarily like, right? But if I met them, I can have a conversation with them, whatever. I understand that they're playing the game. You know what I mean? No big deal. Stephen A. Smith, I would never shake his hand. I wouldn't. He hates Jason Whitlock, but he is Jason Whitlock. That's who he is. Let's see who else we got in here. Louisville Cardinal Raven, what's going on? Says Judge Bateman when he gets 100 targets. Listen, man, how many years he been in the league? How many years Bateman been in the league? We can't make excuses. Like, listen, he been in the league too long for these excuses. Why isn't he getting 100 targets? Why wouldn't a first round pick who we needed to be the guy get 100 targets? Okay, all right. Let's put it another way. If he goes to another team, is he going to get 100 targets? When is he going to get 100 targets? Let's put it that way. If he goes to another team, will another team be like, all right, let's give him 100 targets? There's a reason why he's not getting them. And you don't need 100 targets to show that you could be the guy. Right? You can, if whether he's hurt or whatever, when he's out there playing, he should be able to show, hey, you need to give me more targets. That's how we felt about D-Hop last year. Mm-hmm. Right? What, Coach, how many targets did D-Hop have? Like 49 targets? And people are like, get him the ball. When he gets the ball, we score. Right? We didn't say that about Bateman, though. Deanna, thank you for being a member for 8 months.
Appreciate
Salute. Let's see. Miss me with the route BS. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Because they said we judging him off the routes that he's run.
I think, but he's known to be a good route runner, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think people are judging him off of that. Now, yes, they said he made some lazy. Oh, well, listen, Louisville Cardinal Ravens, you got to talk to Coach. Coach will put on the tape and tell you that last year he ran some lazy routes. And he dropped a couple passes. Listen,
we wish him the best. We don't want him to fail.
Yeah, no, I want him to ball out. I want him to play up to his round one expectations.
Right.
I want him and Zay Flowers to be that dynamic duo. I would love that. Mm-hmm. Do I expect that? No, not from Bateman. I expect it from Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers, he showed you he could be that guy. The thing with Zay Flowers is, you want him to stop, doing that jump back juke or whatever and jumping back 5 yards and not making the first down. You want him to secure the ball a little bit better, but he's out there trying to make plays. He does make plays. And he's showing you he can be that guy. And I expect him to do it again this year. In fact, I expect him to play a little bit better. But I don't expect that from Rashad Bateman. If he gives it, cool. Like that's not a bad thing. I don't expect that. And for being honest, man, like any Rashad supporters don't respect that. They don't expect that either. They just don't. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't expect him to be a top tier wide receiver. A solid wide receiver, cool. But top tier, I'm looking for top tier. I want to bring somebody that's better than Zay Flowers.
Facts.
Yeah.
And man, you want to know who's top tier and always shows up and never lazy? Jalen Brunson in the NBA Finals, baby. That's who was top tier in the NBA, man.
Well, he always shows up this year. He's been playing basketball for a while now, Ferris.
You know what, Jose? Okay, stop.
Jalen Brunson is an amazing player. You know how I feel about Jalen Brunson, man.
I love Jalen Brunson, man.
Yeah. He's dope. He's dope. Let's see who else we got in here. Kwame says Bears top 4 receivers all had 600 yards and 6 TDs. So maybe Bate steps it up with more opportunities. Look, if Bateman's on the team, yes, I expect more than 200 yards. You know,
you know how you get more opportunities? Run your routes, fight for the ball. Because you could tell, and like I said, you could tell Lamar was frustrated at times when he threw towards him. And they done a highlight clip of him just stopping on routes, slowing down, not looking for the ball. Like, we don't hate Bateman. We want him to do well, but there has to be a concerted effort on his part. And it's the optics. It's the him just stopping, looking at the ball, his body language, him never showing up for the offseason throws with Lamar in Florida with the rest of the wide receivers. Lamar's throwing the dudes from other teams. And you're supposed that number 2 can't be there. I think it's just the optics of it for the rest of the fan base. So I don't know. Like, I expect more. I expected more from him because I wanted him to draft Bateman when they drafted him. And I thought that he could be a consistent 1,000-yard receiver. And it hasn't happened yet. But right in the
and man, you want to know who always attacks the ball and never is lazy? Mitchell Robinson on that offensive rebound on Victor Wembanyama to steal the NBA championship for the New York Knicks. That's who.
Again, Mitchell Robinson been playing basketball for a while. This was not always the case.
8 years.
Good morning. Says good morning, y'all, and congratulations, Ferris, and all the Knicks. Now the Ravens are now on the clock. Yeah, hopefully this is inspiration for them. You know, Lamar's in New York, grabbing some of that New York energy vibe, and maybe that translates into the season. And let me ask y'all in the chat. Let me ask y'all, like, do you think this is the year? You know, it is hard for especially a first-time head coach to come in the first year. Like, even if it's an experienced coach, it's rare that they come in the first year and take the team to the Super Bowl, right? Not saying it can't happen, but it's rare. Do you think this is the year, or maybe next year? Even Mike McDonald took him 2 years with Seattle to get him to the Super Bowl. Do you feel like Jesse Minter could come in this year and win a Super Bowl with his team? Let me know in the chat. And what up, World Class?
That's good. Oh, most definitely, Jose. The difference between him and Mike McDonald is they didn't have a quarterback. They had to let go of the fraud Geno Smith, and they went out and got Sam Darnold. We have a championship level quarterback. We have a championship level roster, and it's possible, especially with the way that the NFL is right now. It's parity everywhere, and there's no really dominant team. Patrick Mahomes coming off an injury, so that little Chiefs narrative that we can't beat them, we might can push that aside. I don't see anybody in the AFC that's really going to give us trouble. Some people say the Buffalo Bills, they have a brand new head coach as well. They kind of lacking a little bit on that defense, but I think for us, we can go out and win it. If we take this to the NBA and look at Steve Kerr, he took a team in his first season, won an NBA championship. Why not us?
Hey, man, you want to know what head coach in his first year won a title? Mike Brown with the New York Knicks, baby. That's who won an NBA championship. You know what I mean? Let's go. Sorry.
Yeah, I wish Ferris would show this same level of energy on his channel.
On his channel, right?
Ferris. Ferris.
What? I always show energy on my channel.
Really? In Game 4, when they came back from 29 down, I sent you a message, right? I sent you a message because people were sending me messages like, "Hey, where's the reaction video?" And I'm like, go to Ferris's channel.
Right.
You see him over here all the time. You know he's a Knicks fan. Go check him out. And I said, Ferris, people are looking for your reaction. And what did you say, Ferris?
I'll do it later.
I'll do it later. Did you do it later?
Nah. I had work.
Did you do a title reaction video?
No.
Oh, okay.
But you're here.
I'm in Fresno. I'm in Fresno. I had to come to Fresno.
But
hey guys, I'm learning how to drive here, man. I'm trying to learn how to drive.
Ferris, it takes 2 seconds to turn your phone on like you're doing right now.
Hey, I know, man. I messed up.
Reaction.
I messed up, man. Jose, Coach got me. I quit on the route. Coach got me. Coach got me.
Keep telling, like, I set you up with the alley-oop. Okay, I set you up with the alley-oop.
Yeah, that's my fault.
You know what?
That's my fault, man. I apologize.
Listen for Shaw Bateman.
That's on me. That's on me.
Look, Kobe, sensing the end of the show is near, dropping the super chat. Appreciate you, Kobe. It says Ben Johnson's offense is predicated on 12 personnel and having 2 solid wide receivers and tight ends. EDC hasn't given the offense what they need to succeed as of today. I would say we don't even know if Declan Doyle is going to run Ben Johnson's offense. We assume that because that's just where he came from, but he came up under Sean Payton. Right. So it might look more like Sean Payton's offense. However, we ain't got the personnel for that either. So you're absolutely right, Kobe. He didn't put any investment in the offense. Vega is a great pick. Mm-hmm. Great pick. Outside of that, man, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We're hoping that these wide receivers work out. We have no idea about the center. We're hoping that the tight end situation works out. We have no idea about that either. Right. If we're just being honest, we have no idea. We have good feelings, but we do like that's not really investing in that team. And if these guys don't work out, nobody will be saying, "Dang, what happened?" That's my only issue with how the team is built. If the center position, whoever ends up being a starter, they get blown out. Like the pass rush keeps coming up the middle. We can't protect that way. No, like we'll talk about how bad it is, but nobody will be saying, "How could this happen?" Like what happened to this player? Because you know what happened. The player wasn't good. If our two rookie wide receivers don't show anything this year, y'all be saying, "Well, they're 3rd and 4th round rookies. You gotta give them time." That means you didn't have any expectations for them this year. If our tight ends don't come in and produce, you'll say, "Hey, they were later round pick rookies. You gotta give them time," which means you didn't have any expectations for them this year. The players that we're saying are go out there and play and contribute, you don't have any real expectations for them. That's the whole problem I have with how this team is set up. It's not going to be that way on defense. Trey Henderson can't come in this year and not produce sacks. That's why they brought him in here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Kyle Hamilton can't have another down year. Y'all already on Roquan's neck, and he's coming off an All-Pro season. You're already on his neck.
He said he's tired of y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Mike Green can't have another quiet year. He got a pass last year. He can't have another quiet year. He got to go out there and produce right now. Or y'all be saying bust, get him off the team. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying, man. Have some more expectations on the offense. That's all I'm saying. Life be life and Ferris.
Yeah, man. The big old monkey wrench was thrown to me last weekend, man. It just messed me up, man. Because I don't have a license. I'm learning how to drive. I was gonna do it with my dad this weekend. He said I can't do it this weekend. Go down to Fresno with your brother. And I just been practicing in the parking lot for the last couple of days. So my bad. I'm sorry, guys. That's on me. I apologize, guys.
Hey, you know what the good news is?
Yeah.
You can still put one out.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right.
Put one out.
I'm going to do it.
Pop, says y'all see how they did Carmelo Anthony compared to Rick Chow guy for hunting down a kid and shooting him all because of water. He didn't steal, but Carmelo got 35 for just defending himself. Listen, we talked about that on the LBHT show. Listen, this is still a very racist and segregated country. These laws don't apply to everybody. Stand your ground laws don't apply to black people. That's just been proven over and over and over. Texas is a stand your ground law. He definitely shouldn't have gotten 35 years. I don't think he should have gotten any time. He was attacked. He was attacked. Multiple witnesses said even initially when he was first attacked, he was first assaulted, he didn't fight back. He just sat down and told the dude leave him alone. Yeah, it's a tragic, sure, right? Because it's just a fight, and you would hope that kids would handle things with their fist, but he pulled out a knife, and that's the thing. You don't know what kind of trauma the other person's been through in their life. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't put hands on people. You know, you don't know why he felt like he had to carry a knife before. Maybe he's been assaulted before, and he just like, look, I just, I can't deal with that. You know what I'm saying? He gave him a chance to walk away. He didn't walk away. That is a clear cut self-defense. But there's a lot more to the story. They need to appeal, and they need to investigate that judge, and his relationship to that victim's father, because they're saying that there's some ties there. So and the all-white jury that only took what 3 hours to convict him and sentence him. Nah, we already know what that's about. Appeal that, investigate that whole thing again. The other one again, the corner store with the kid getting shot. That's not self-defense. He's literally running away. You shot him in the back. That's murder.
Yep.
But y'all, listen, man. Listen, if you're black in this country, we already know what it is. People don't like talking race. See, people get real uncomfortable when we talk about this stuff, but this is our reality. You cannot run from it. All right. And Attitude Pop is a young man who's just, he's just learning about these things, as he's out there on his own now, and he has to live life. You have to watch your back. You have to watch how you move out there.
Watch your surroundings. Yeah. And even with Carmelo, like, he could be looking back at the situations because of the kid in Minnesota that he went out with his friends to that barn. They attacked him. It was another young lady who went out with all her white friends. She was the only one. They attacked her. Like, some of them don't come back alive. So he may have been just protecting himself. Like, I don't know what's going down. I don't know the situation. Like, there are always nuances to all of these situations. But like you said, as a black man, a black person in America, we have to be very careful of how we move.
Facts. Kobe. Appreciate the super chat. Says, as a lawyer, okay, we know to go to when we get these copyright strikes against us on YouTube. Like, talk to our lawyer, Kobe. Okay, he'll clear this up. He said, as a lawyer, I can tell you the law is designed to keep some people safe and others in their place. Facts. America was full apartheid state until recently, and even now it's still, there's a lot of laws on the books to keep things segregated, right? We talk about all the time, Baltimore is a very segregated place. It's a very segregated place, and that's through policy, district thing, zoning. The same thing with your schools, right? Even out here in Columbia, they do a lot. They always rezoning these schools to have certain kids go to certain schools. You know what I mean? Certain schools look a certain way. And that's not how Columbia was planned when it was built. It was planned to be an integrated city. Right.
And when I found that out, because I did some research on Columbia, and the man that originally started it for everybody.
Jim Rouse.
He wanted it to be as diverse as possible. And unfortunately, that's just not how HOCO is.
Yeah. So, you always have to be vigilant of that stuff. That's why you have to pay attention to local politics. You got to pay attention to what people are trying to do, because they slowly try to make these changes, and they make it seem like it's not a big deal, but it's part of the bigger plan to it's not just to separate people, but to also separate resources. That's the big thing, segregation of resources, And then when you struggle, you're in a bad situation, they might make it seem like it's your fault. It ain't your fault. It ain't your fault. You're fighting centuries old battle. Okay. So, and don't make it seem, and then you get these idiots that get on TikTok or whatever and be like, oh, well, just black people just gotta do better. Pick your pants. You just pick your pants up. If you stop listening to that rap music, it's so much deeper than that. And don't listen to idiots like that. Don't listen to idiots like that. They have an agenda, or they're just coons. Straight up.
Facts.
All right. World Class says, when we finally strike back, we'll see how long they'll want to stay racist. Listen, we're vastly outnumbered. I don't think we want to go to violence. I think we have to fight it through policy. Build relationships, build allies. You know what I'm saying?
We have to fight through community.
The community, yes.
We are the only ones that don't stick together. If we ever come together,
we have
for short periods of time. But I mean, collectively, if we come together like we're doing for this boycott, if we could actually do this everywhere.
Yeah. What are we boycotting?
Certain stores.
Well, give me a list, man. I like
We'll
it.
talk about it. We'll talk.
I support a good boycott, man. Hell yeah, boycott work, man. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Also, too, man, and then because you know I'm not black, all right. So I'm just from allied perspective here. It's the only group in America that is constantly targeted with basically anti-black propaganda, insurgency tactics, divide and conquer. This is literally the only group that they actively try to fragment and destroy. Like it's like Arab communities and Asian communities and Indian communities and Jewish communities. They don't get with these tactics, the insurgency tactics, the propaganda,
Well, yeah.
so it's they actively target black people. And then when you guys do follow their lead and say, okay, y'all don't want us to be a part of your thing, we'll go do our own thing. And then you guys do your own thing and it's beautiful, it's magical. And they're like, you know what? We don't like you guys being happy. Let's kill all of you. It happened in Florida. It happened in Tulsa. They won't let black people rest. You know what I mean? It's just a inherent disgusting visceral hatred in them that I still to this day I get it, but I don't get it. You know what I mean? It's sickening to see.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't engage with people. Yes, Emma. She says she hasn't heard about these cases. Yeah, Carmelo Anthony, that sentence just came down. The other one, I forget the guy's name, the Asian dude that shot the
Chow.
the kid. Yeah,
Rick Chow.
Yeah. Yeah, those just happened. He just got off. That was was that in South Carolina?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And he had a history of violence too, attacking of customers and whatnot. Right. So disgusting. But like I said, don't let anybody ever tell you, oh, you just gotta pick up your bootstraps and black people just gotta do this and that. Like, those are people that they're either ignorant on purpose, or they just truly ignorant. They haven't picked up a book or had done any study. And don't engage with anybody that does those same old talking points. Why can't we just follow the law and this and that? All right, we just don't understand history. And if you're an adult, you know how to pick up a book, you know how to do some research and educate yourself on these things. It's not your job to educate these people.
Thanks.
So, all right, we come on, we get out of here because we've been going for an hour and I need to get to work. Roll Tide, Mr. Ollie Voso says, I heard the family wasn't showing remorse and they played into the verdict. I'm sure. It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Even though George Zimmerman showed no remorse and he still got it off. So that's
rule.
Different, and that's a perfect example because George Zimmerman, that happened in Florida, a stand your ground state, right? That same state, a black woman who fired her gun in the air to chase away her abusive husband, got sentenced. She went to prison
for shooting in the air.
Yep.
Abused.
So, yeah. So, JB salute says straight gaslighting. They do it every time.
Thanks.
Yep. Actually, Jose with the C word. I love it. Thanks. Yep. With the Stephen A word.
The Stephen A word. Jason Whitlock.
That will never happen at us coming together. I don't agree. We come together often. We get torn apart a lot, but we always have to come back together. And that's something I always try to explain to different groups that come over here. And like, well, why can't y'all do this and that? We did do that. We've done it multiple times. And it's always gotten torn down. And we always have to find a way to come back, but we always come back. So to say like we can't sit together, I would say we're not sticking together right now, but we will. We always find a way to do it. We always find a way to do it. It's just a matter of, are other groups going to join us, right? And what I don't like is the finger pointing and why don't y'all do this and that? Like, Trump is showing you they come after y'all too. right?
Mm-hmm.
Trump is showing you like, oh no, you next on the list,
right? Right.
you are next on the list. So there, the community has to be more than just us, right? It's got to be a whole collective.
Facts.
So,
all
right, we can go on and on about this.
Yeah, and we have to get that trauma. I mean, recent trauma out of our head, because, like you said, throughout history, first, a lot of stuff you spoke about was between 1912 and 1920, where we did a lot of things. But more recently, there has been only one time in the U.S.'s history that we have bombed ourselves, and
Philadelphia.
that was 1985 Philadelphia.
Yep.
It was a Black History fact.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's where I learned it.
Right.
You guys told me that. I was like, "Are you serious? That's crazy."
Yeah, bro.
Scotty Pippen, what's going on? Says, we can't stick together if we never were. And firstly, we have to address race and make sure it's not the leading cause being our fight. Explain that a little bit more. What do you mean? Make sure it's not the leading cause of a fight.
Oh, facts, Stuart.
Because I think what Scotty Pippen means is right now America is racially divided, right? But we want to transition our fight to the class where race gets thrown to the back burner, and people have realized, like, oh snap, black dude from middle class. Yeah, you can't do that in America. But
the reason why you can't do that is because a lot of these laws are built on
racial.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that has to be addressed first, and then you can get to the class stuff. Like that stuff matters, right? But when people say, "Oh no, it's not a race thing; it's a class thing," no, it's a race thing. It's a race thing because these laws get passed, and then it's still like, well, not for you, right? The resources still don't go to they don't get spread evenly. That's the whole problem. So you have to address race in this country. You have to.
We do.
It's
absolutely
baked racism is baked into the American system.
And sorry, Hendo, continue.
I'm just saying that the people just realized that they were tricked. They were tricked into this race class system to separate and divide to keep the wealthy wealthy. Like,
Also, too, and just throughout the history of America, there's this person who comes along who tries to do that, and every story ends the same way. They get shot.
Tragedy.
Somehow, somebody, and you know what? In a bigger case, like shout out to like Freddie Hampton, who tried to do that in Chicago. He was assassinated by the FBI. That was a straight up assassination, and they still torment his family to this day. There's a photo of his headstone shot up because cops and FBI agents do that as a tradition. Because he tried to transcend that, and they're like, "You will not transcend that," because he was, so like it happens, man. Same thing with Martin Luther King, man. He was there to talk about union dues with the with the sanitation workers. He was including more in his fight of trying to fight the capitalistic system against America, also the racial prejudice system. And they're like, all right, we've given you this long leash. We've allowed you to do your sermons, but it's time for you to go. And that's what they did. FBI knew Malcolm X was going to get killed, and they did nothing about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, all right, we can we can be here another 2 hours talking about this. But Deanna says that move bombing was 2 years before I was born. What year was that? 1985?
1985.
Yep.
I was 5 years old.
I was 10.
Plus 5. Kobe, thank you for the super chat. People vote to end programs just so we don't get it. Facts. Even if it's to their own detriment. Even if it's to their own detriment, they end programs because they get people on board to say they're not going to get it. So all right, y'all. We're gonna end it here, man. And on a serious note, tomorrow we're gonna have tomorrow we're gonna have another serious and important conversation. We were meant to discuss it today. But tomorrow and Wednesday, we have another serious thing to address, and we have to get this resolved. Okay, and that's Father's Day. Father's Day is coming up soon, and we have to make Father's Day great. Not make Father's Day great again.
Because it never was. It never was.
We have to make Father's Day great, and we're gonna discuss how we can make Father's Day truly great. Okay. All right. So another year doesn't go by where dads are just like, okay, thanks for the socks. Which I do need some socks. I ain't gonna lie. I need some new pairs of socks.
Oh, but, suspenders.
Yes.
Yay.
Wait, suspenders. Who bought you suspenders on here? What?
We'll talk about that after the show. We gotta get out of here. We gotta sign off.
Socks I get. Socks I get.
Y'all have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Probably celebrating for my socks.
Peace.